Good evening, everyone. Paul Temple here from the Diamond Light Network. And this is our Tuesday evening heart circuit activation practice. And I'm going to teach an energy practice, a magical practice, a meditation practice that helps activate our heart centers and our heart circuit. I will explain more what that is, but this is a practice that has come to me through my intuitive guidance that is important and helpful for people, for humans in this time, to begin to remember the real power in our hearts. Our hearts are much, much more than we are taught in Western culture. And I'm not talking about the physical or the anatomical heart. I'm talking about the energy center of the heart that is in the center of the chest. It's even different than the heart chakra, although it is in the heart chakra. But the heart chakra is a vortex of energy that moves through our energy body. And seated inside the heart chakra is this jewel, the jewel in the lotus. We call it the pearl of light. And that light is, that pearl is the seed of divine consciousness, the seat of the soul. And all our hearts are connected through this circuit, as we will go through. But you know, the indigenous people tell us all the time, all things are connected, all things are connected. And our heads don't always get this. But in our hearts, we understand this because it is through the heart that this connection happens as our heart circuit connects us into the web of light or the net of light or the jeweled fabric. So our purpose here is to help you begin to remember the great power in your heart. You know, this practice is very simple, but it's very powerful. And its purpose is really to help us remember the great light in our hearts, because we know this, our souls know it, but we've lost it in Western culture. So we need to kind of reach through the density of our cultural programming to remember. I call it the culture of disbelief, because it's a culture that doesn't believe in the power of the heart. Yet it is very real, and the heart is very powerful. You know, our authentic self, I hear talking about the authentic self or the sovereign self. And these aspects are encoded in our heart, who we are as a soul, who we are as a being of light here on earth. This is all rooted in the heart. So the more we connect with our heart, the more we identify with our heart, and the more that we really begin to learn to work with the heart as a center of consciousness and communication, we become more authentic and more sovereign in our soul self. I also find the practice very balancing, because as I come into being rooted in the heart, I don't get pulled off by all the topsy-turvy, whirling dervish craziness going on in the outer world. You know, there's so much, you know, delusion and corruption and just like kaleidoscope of madness in the outer world that can really, you know, be confusing and distorting. So when we drop into heart space, we remember our truth. We remember who we really are. And again, that's the purpose of this practice, is to give us a very simple tool to reground, to reconnect, to remember how we can keep connected with our hearts. So there are two parts to the practice. The first is a visualization that I will talk us through. And then the second is a sound meditation that I will lead with the Tibetan bowls, and I will be doing some Vajrayana Tibetan chanting. Let me show you the image so that, there it is. So this is the image that I'm going to describe, and what you'll see is a seated figure with an orb of light in the center of the chest. And that orb of light is how we visualize the heart. That pearl of light glows and grows and becomes this beautiful radiant orb of diamond luminescence, kind of like this one up here. Oh, you can't see what I'm pointing at. Anyways. And then, yeah, we got to shut the window here. I got it. The wind is picking up. So that's the heart, and then the circuit are these 6 axes of light. It's also called the heart star, but it's a circuit in that it plugs you into the grid of light. So there's one descending down to the heart of the earth, another goes up into the stars, and then out horizontally in the 4 directions. So that's the image, and I will talk you through that. And there's also, you can see it up here. Let's come back to the, okay, well, can we come back to the picture of me? I have my backstage manager here managing the graphics, but there we are. Great, thank you. So this up here is also an image of the heart circuit. There's the orb of light and the 6 axes of light. So that's also a reminder that you can use. This practice is rooted in Vajrayana Buddhism, the ancient magical practices of Tibet, whose purpose is to awaken the Vajra light, or the diamond light in our hearts. It's not a traditional Vajrayana practice, and I'm not a lama in that tradition, but I've been involved in that practice for many years, and my guides offered me this practice as a way to help people reconnect with their diamond heart essence. So that's why I'll be doing some of the working with the Tibetan bowls, which have a very pure healing sound, and then doing some Vajrayana chanting, which offers a transmission that our heart, a vibrational transmission, so our hearts feel and speak in the language of vibration. So the words that I give speak to our brains, but when we drop into the sound meditation, that is speaking directly to the heart with a message of a remembrance of the diamond light in our hearts. All right. One more just talking piece before I go into the practice, which is a reminder that this coming Thursday, I will be offering the last in our series that's been through June and July. It's called The Lineages of Magic and the Age of Darkness. And it's been a series of teachings, practice, conversations about remembering our magical gifts. These are things like intuition, telepathic communication, energetic sensitivity, being able to connect with our spirit guides. And that over the last millennium, we have lost touch with these gifts. In fact, they were intentionally repressed, particularly in the 14th and 15th century through what was called the Burning Times or the Inquisition, when anyone who showed signs of these gifts, particularly women, were horrifically tortured and burned and executed in a way to really try to wipe out our connection with our heart centers and with quantum consciousness. So we are again remembering that we have these gifts of magic. I believe everybody has innate in their DNA the ability to have telepathic and intuitive and energetic sensitivities, empathetic awareness. So the series has been about that. You can do the last one by itself. It will involve some visioning meditation of who you are becoming with your magical gifts, and kind of a ceremonial initiation. So you can learn more about that on our Facebook group, Diamond Light Network, or the website, diamondlightnetwork.com. And as I said, you can do that last one individually. Some people signed up for the whole series, and some have just done onesies and twosies. So, all right, so into our heart circuit activation practice. I invite you to start to bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. And just bring your attention to your breath. Letting your awareness begin to turn inside. Bringing the hands to the heart, to the center of the chest, begins to create heart resonance, which is alignment between your physical, three-dimensional conscious reality and the energetic center of the heart in the etheric energy planes. And you can begin to visualize, to see with your inner awareness, your inner eye, that orb of light in the center of your chest. The very center of that orb is that radiant diamond pearl that glows and grows into this beautiful orb of light. You might begin to feel its warmth, to feel the love and compassion and acceptance, the at-homeness that is part of the qualities of the heart. Visualization is a very powerful tool for activating energy, for manifesting in our energy field. So visualizing that orb of light is starting to actualize it, to activate your heart center. So this is the first step. Feeling, sensing, perceiving that orb of light in the center of the chest. And then the next step is to begin to build the circuit. So encoded within that orb of light is your Akashic memory, your soul memory, your soul purpose. Part of your Akashic memory is who you are becoming in this life. So remembering who you can evolve into. So now we build the circuit. And the first step is that from that orb of light, you send a spiral of energy down through your root chakra, the base of the perineum, down, down, down to the heart of the earth. Rooting deep, deep into the heart of the earth. Connecting as the earth remembers you as one of its children. And you remember that you are part of this ancient, powerful, wise being of the earth. Sending energy down through that spiral, and then we inhale back up another spiral into your heart. So now we have double helix, descending and ascending spirals of energy, connecting your heart with the heart of the earth. And then on the next exhale, from your heart, we send another spiral of energy up through your crown chakra, up into the stars. Connecting up into the ancestral realms with your star guides and star beings and star family. And then up into the heart of the galaxy. And then up, up, up into the very heart of the universe. Into the heart of creation. You are connected to this primordial, infinitely potent source of all being. Inhaling back down through the crown into your heart. So again, now there's double spirals, double helix, ascending and descending, connecting your heart to the very heart of creation with quantum consciousness, infinite awareness. You are inseparable from that vast, infinite, eternal presence. Sitting with that, feeling these powerful, powerful primordial forces dancing in your spine. Helping you remember your infinite, ancient soul presence. And now we move to the horizontal plane. I hold my arms out for this, left, right. So starting at the heart center again, I send a spiral of energy through my left arm, left hand, out, across the earth, into multidimensional space, connecting into the grid of light, the radiant matrix. Inhaling back into the heart. Exhaling across to the right. Sending out, connecting. The crystalline grid, it has many names. Inhaling back into the heart. So now we have left, right, earth, sky, axes of light meeting in the heart, forming a great cross. The heart is the crossroads where all opposites meet and are unified. And then finally, the last step is front and back. So moving into 3 dimensions, I send a spiral of energy forward, across the earth, into multidimensional space, connecting into the strings of the string theory. Inhaling back, exhaling behind, sending spiral of light across the earth into the jeweled net, the jeweled fabric of the universe. Inhaling back. So now we have 6 axes of light, your circuitry that connects you into this luminous grid, the jeweled fabric of which every heart is an integral part. Connecting your heart with all being and all hearts in all realms. So now I invite you to sit, hold yourself sitting in this architecture of light. Illumined, your heart activated and awakened. And I will move into the sound meditation, letting yourself bathe in the vibrational offering that carries a subtle transmission of the remembrance of your diamond Vajra heart light.
Om
I call to the infinite, luminous heart of existence, the pure, indestructible diamond, vajra, radiance, that emanates perfect, loving awareness for all creation. May everything be beneficial for all beings. May everything be beneficial for all beings. 양쪽에 쌀채 마주 들어올라 펑팜맷 발탕 드로돈 랍첸 gegmed drube parshog drodon labchen gegmed drube parshog. Bringing your hands back to your heart center, where we started. Observing how you feel when your heart is awakened or activated and your circuit is plugged in to the primordial grid of creation. So with that final offering, it's called the dedication of merit. We offered this good energy that we have generated here together out through the grid work for the benefit of all beings in all realms. And you can just take an exhale and send light, send this good awareness. The Tibetans call it bodhicitta, or noble heart energy. And we offer that out to all beings in all realms, that they may remember, that we all may remember the light in our hearts, our Vajra diamond radiance. And in closing, you can take those axes, those circuits that we opened, and kind of draw them back into the heart. They're always there, and you can open and connect them at any time. But it's good as we move back into the world to not be too open and vulnerable. And you can just close your eyes anytime and just visualize that beautiful heart star. Earth, sky, four directions, your heart circuit connecting you into the grid of light and quantum consciousness, the heart of the earth. Remembering, putting back together your luminous primordial self, your light essence. And affirming for yourself, I am safe, I am clear, I am free from all fear. I am light. I am strong. I am connected to all conscious being. I am grateful for the beauty of all that is. So I thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you found this practice of benefit. If you would like to join us on Thursday evening for the last in our Lineages of Magic series, you can do that by connecting through the Facebook group or the website, diamondlightnetwork.com. I will also be here on Sunday evening offering a sound temple, deep heart healing sanctuary. It's mostly a sound offering, just again to remember, keep remembering and tapping into our heart centers. Remembering the diamond light. So I hope we'll see you again soon. You're welcome to leave comments. We love to see the comments of any thoughts, feedback. Nice to know you're out there listening. Good night, good night. Namaste, namaste.